Hello, and welcome to the Blue Collar Back Office Podcast. My name is Dan Murch. It has been a while since you've heard from me. I've taken a little bit of a break from podcasting. I've gotten caught up in a lot of what's going on here at Blue Collar, which has been great. We've been super busy, added a bunch of new clients, added some new employees. Our team has grown, and it's been wonderful. But it's kind of led to me not being as on top of some of these things like podcasting and content and things of that nature. And that is the exact topic of today's conversation. We're going to talk about the difference between being proactive and being reactive, and how important that is in your day-to-day life, and how important that is in the culture in your company, the way you service your clients, and really everything. I mean, I think when you talk about being proactive versus reactive, I think those are very catchy words lately. I've done several podcasts in the past about proactive bookkeeping, things that you can do in QuickBooks Online to, label transactions before they come through your bank feeds, stuff like that. But I'm not going to get into the technical stuff today. What I want to talk about today is more in your life, in your professional life, in your personal life, how you carry yourself and what you do, and how the differences between being proactive and reactive can make a big difference. So it's pretty self-explanatory, right? Proactive is mean you're making things happen. You're making the decisions and then following through with them. Reactive is you're waiting for everything around you to happen and then just reacting to it. And in almost all cases, I find that it's better to be proactive than it is reactive. We'll talk about some examples as we go through. Now, you can't be proactive 100% of the time, but the idea is to spend more and more time being proactive instead of reactive, and then some of the benefits you get from that. And we'll just start right from the top with your clients. Now, think of how you service your clients, and think of the reputation that you have and the reviews that you'll get and referrals, things like that. If you handle your clients where you're always just reacting to what's going on, a problem pops up, you solve it. They ask you for something, you provide it. That's good customer service. It's not bad. If every time they come to you with a situation or a problem, you have a solution. If every time they ask you for data, you're able to provide it, that's great. You're doing a good job. But now think about it. If you're being proactive, you're going out of your way to seek out ways to add value to their business, whether it's a new suggestion for how they organize their online files, their Google Drive, whatever. You're coming up with new reports, ways of present information to them that gives them new insights into their cash flow or their profitability, whatever. If you're going out of your way and you're thinking of ways to provide value to the client and then presenting it to them, what do you think that says to the client? What does that effect does that have when they're talking to other people about you, when they're talking about your services and they're like, wow, these people are great. Like, they're thinking about my business. They care about my business. They're looking for ways to help me. It just makes such a big difference in your relationship with the client, the type of referrals you get, and the way you can grow your business. Now, the same thing goes for inside your company and the culture that you have and the way that you build your team and you interact with your team. So if you're always being reactive, that means that when something comes up, there's an issue, there's a problem, you're reacting to it, you're addressing it with your employee. Maybe in a very positive way, training, coaching, whatever the case may be, that's all great. Because employee comes to you and they say, okay, I've been doing a great job. I've been here for X amount of years. The job market, the way it is nowadays, whatever. I'd like a raise. So you review your profits and whatever, and you decide to give them a raise. All well and good. But if you're being proactive, think of how that conversation goes, right? You're seeking out the opportunity to give your employee recognition, telling them when they're doing a great job, not only reaching out and telling them when they're doing a bad job, but seeking out ways to let them know that they're doing a great job, the value that they're adding to your company, the value that they're adding to their clients, seeking out ways to recognize them with, something stupid, it's silly, I should say, not stupid, but send them some cookies, instead of just putting an extra $20 in their paycheck. Think of how good somebody feels when they realize that you put some thought into the work that they're doing and what they're doing for your team, and then thought of something to do to recognize them for that. Something like that goes a long way. As the culture net right now with the economy and people looking for work, anything that you can do to help foster that team community and letting people know that they're appreciated and the hard work is recognized goes a long way to attracting and retaining great employees. We have a great team here at Blue Collar. They all do a fantastic job, and I try as best as I can. I'm sure I can be better at it, but I try as best as I can to make sure each and every single one of them know that and how much I truly appreciate it. Again, it could be something simple as a Dunkin' Donuts gift card or just an email on a Friday afternoon, just letting them know how you recognize the hard work that they put in this week. Give some examples of the things that they did that really stood out, was outside the box, evidence of them being proactive for you or for your clients, and just let them know you appreciate it. It goes a long way. Now, it also ties into, again, everything that you do on a daily basis. So think of when you show up to work. We've done podcasts in the past about, just letting your email run you and your calendar run you. That's all being reactive. We've also talked in the past about focusing on being effective, working on the things that are really important, things that you can control, things that are going to help drive your business, drive your profitability, things of that nature. If you show up every day and just let your email take control of you, it absolutely will. It will. I promise you. There's enough going on a day-to-day basis that your email will take control of you, your phone calls, your calendar. You can't say yes to everything. Sometimes you have to say no. Remember that every single time you say yes to something, you are saying no to something else. So if you say yes to every single networking email that comes through or meeting that possibly comes through or whatever, you're saying no to spending time doing something else. Now, maybe you should be saying yes to it, but I just want you to consider it. You're saying no to something that could be, being proactive to work on your business. And that is the habit that I've gotten into over the last few months. We've been extremely busy. Like I said, we've added quite a few new clients. We've added new employees. They've been doing a great job, but we've been extremely busy. And I've gotten into the habit of being reactive instead of proactive. That's why you haven't seen too many videos from me lately. You haven't seen so many podcasts, because even though I know that doing this is good for our company and good for our future, I haven't been making the time to do it. And it's 100% my fault. There is enough time in the day, but I haven't been saying no to enough things to make sure that I'm saying yes to the things that are really important. I know that creating this content is good for our clients when they review it and they listen to it. I get great feedback from it. I know it's good for the future of our company because it helps drive people to our website where they find us and they can learn more about us and then want to talk to us. And that's all good stuff. But I haven't been doing it. I've been reacting to everything that's been going on, everything that's been going on around me, and I've been spending too much time doing that. So that's kind of how this topic came up today. Is that really, I'm kind of trying to motivate myself a little bit, pump myself up a little bit to get back on being that proactive train, because it is really important. Everything in your life, it comes down to it. Your finances. Are you, planning for the future? Are you putting together savings? Or are you just living paycheck to paycheck and, hey, I got a few extra bucks this week, so I'm going to go spend it on whatever, Cold Stone ice cream. And, next time the car breaks down, I'm going to be in a pinch. Is that kind of how you're living your life? Or are you putting savings aside? Are you planning for your future? Are you doing things in your personal time that are going to help you learn and grow and make you better as a person and in your professional and your personal life, whatever that may be? Sometimes you need a little break to be good to yourself, your mental health. So maybe it's reading. Maybe it's reading for a professional purpose, learning something new, training, or maybe it's just escaping into a novel because that's what you need for a half hour to kind of get your brain right. But just make sure when you make these decisions, you're making them consciously. Don't just end up sitting in front of Netflix and, a whole weekend goes by and you've done nothing to, help yourself in any way, shape, or form. Every once in a while, you have to reboot and recharge. I get it, but don't let it be a habit, because this is what happened. You end up having to do a podcast where you're apologizing for not doing a podcast. So this is kind of the point of this is make sure we're being proactive. We have control of our day. We have control of our lives. Let's make sure we're putting the best use to it for ourselves, for our clients, for our teammates, for our family, for our friends. You will see a benefit from it. I try to think about it. And, when is the only scenario where being reactive is better than being proactive? Because you have to be one or the other, right? I don't think it's possible to be in the middle between proactive or reactive. You're either forcing something to happen or you're reacting to something happening, right? So when is the only time that it's positive to be reactive? And the only example I can think of, I'm sure there's more, please reach out to me and let me know, is in sports. Baseball, basketball, football, professional athletes, they're reactive a lot of times, but they're also proactive. They're reactive with training and intelligence built into it in terms of what they think is going to happen. I read a lot of books about baseball. I watch a lot of baseball. I love baseball. It's one of my favorite sports growing up as a kid. I still love it today. And hitters talk about it all the time. There's some hitters that go up there and they are 100% reactive. They're just looking for the pitch, looking for the spin on the ball, and they're reacting to what the pitcher throws. Now, there's other hitters that go up there and based off of their tape studying that they did or history with the pitch or whatever the case, they have an expectation for what pitch is going to be thrown in what situation. So they have a proactive approach to their at bat. Same thing with quarterbacks in the NFL. They have a proactive approach to what the defense is going to do, what the coordinator is going to call based on their film study, things like that. Other quarterbacks, other running backs, they're just reacting to what's happening, right? Because nothing usually goes 100% as planned, but they have put in the study and the time and they're trying to be proactive to it. So again, you can't be proactive 100% of the time. Even the best MLB hitter, Hall of Famer, isn't going to be able to predict every single time what pitch the pitcher is going to throw to them. But the best ones, they go up there with a plan and they're able to adjust accordingly, react accordingly, and still find success. And that's what you want to do here in our lives. That's what we want to strive for. We want to strive for being proactive where we can, making a plan, setting ourselves up for success, and then when necessary, being able to react accordingly and still find success. And the more time that we can spend being proactive, building that foundation, when it comes time to react, when it comes time to adjust, we're going to be more successful because we have the foundation underneath us. I truly believe that. So that is everything I really want to talk about today. I'm glad to be back doing these. I don't know how often I'll be doing them, but I promise you, you will hear from me again. You'll hear from me again soon because I'm going to be proactive. It is one of my goals to get back into this routine, create this new habit. And so I look forward to continuing to share this stuff with you. As always, some of them will be technical, some of them will be a little bit more fun, some will be a little bit more motivational like we were talking about today, but all of them, I promise you, will be interesting and worth your time. So thank you all for listening. It's been a while since I said it, but don't forget, ask yourselves that question. How would the person I want to be handle the thing I'm about to do? Get out there today and go pay the rent on your success because success is not owned, it's leased, and the rent is due every day. As always, if you have any questions, reach out to me, Facebook, email, phone call. I love hearing from you. And go check out our website, bluecollarbackoffice.com. That's where you can find all of our content, videos, posts, see all the new team members that we added on the About Us page, read a little bit about us. It's great. Really happy where we are right now. Really excited for the future. Thank you all for listening. Thank you all for watching. Have yourselves a wonderful day.